You are now tuned in with the Headspace, located on the campus of Alcorn State University. Positivity, growth, and elevation is what this is all about. My name is Stafford Anderson, also known as Show, and today I have with me
Tyler McNair, also known as Ty.
And this is the Headspace. Okay, in last week's episode, we gave an overview of how to cope with mental health and things that you could do in order to, be in a good mental state throughout certain situations and things of that nature. And the focus of this week's episode will be mental health in relationships. And
let's get
I
into
chose
it.
to do this. I chose to do this topic, just going through the week. Certain events in my life. I ain't in no relationship or nothing, but just seeing stuff on social media and hearing jokes and stuff like that, and and I noticed, like in a lot of jokes they say jokes, be serious. How they say it? Beneath the joke is some serious, it's some serious where the joke come from.
Yeah,
something like that. You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
But and I just wanted to talk about the mental health, and I really just wanted to bring another male perspective of it because I don't want to get into the female side of things. I really want to shed light on the males this week.
Yeah, let's get it.
What do you feel like? Okay, when you think of mental health and relationships, what do you think? What do you certain things? What comes to mind?
First come to mind when you say mental health in relationships, comes to mind of background. What has this person been through? What has the female and the male been through in order for them to communicate, in order for them to see eye to eye throughout a relationship?
All right. And when I think of mental health in a relationship, all I think of, me personally, first thing I think of is being stressed out, mad, not functioning right because, you got a lot of stuff on your mind. And it's crazy that you got to think about the negatives, because that's it's so much light that's being shed on the negative things in life rather than the positive things, Instead of thinking mental health, thinking of relationships, someone thinks of, oh, man, being happy, being able to breathe correctly, smiling in a good state of mind.
Right.
It's always the, stressed out, baby mama drama, this and that, whoop wham, all that. So, I just want to shed light on both sides of it, the positive and the negatives. We can start off with the positives and like the importance. Okay, let's talk about like the importance of mental health, like in relationships. The importance of having a good positive, when you get nowhere. You see what I'm saying?
I personally say it's very important to have a positive state of mental health in a relationship because it's like we feed off of energy.
Right.
So if I come home from a long day and my wife had a long day, you feel me? Instead of bringing two negative with negative, I know how they say negative and negative equals a positive, but it really don't in real life. Because if she negative and I'm negative, it's just gonna cause more friction.
Yeah.
So if I having a bad day, my wife cook and I come home, that'll make me happier to enjoy the moment of someone else's happiness of my presence.
Right. It
will make my mental state better. It's very important that the two stay very positive, especially when they come together. Especially fourth in the mental health area.
You're right about that. And, ways to do that, having a good understanding of each other.
Facts.
And I feel like one thing that we do in this generation, especially like within our age group, specifically, because we ain't old yet, we ain't really experienced.
Right. But most of it.
Yeah, most of us haven't really experienced, on that level of
a real relationship, and they haven't seen it in their household either.
Right. So I feel like one thing we do is rush things.
Very much so.
Getting ahead of ourselves.
Letting emotions get involved too quick.
Right. And and I feel like that comes from what not being experienced. One thing I would tell the viewers that's listening right now is to not get caught up in your current feelings at the moment. Don't let your today's feelings dictate everything in your future.
Right.
Tomorrow, because things change. Things change with time, and
people change with time.
Things change.
Right.
And I've learned that, and I'm glad I learned that at this early age. I'm in my early 20s right now, and
Same.
I'm glad I got that mindset. I understand. You might see something you like around here, like campus or at a little fair, a little function, a little party. You like,
right.
Oh yeah, she finer than a ticket. I gotta have her. She the one. You done got ahead of yourself. You all in. You really got ahead of yourself. You done got her pregnant. things going downhill. And you know, and a perfect example of this situation I'm talking about is the PJ Washington situation. And you know, do you know about the story?
No.
The NBA basketball player, he ended up dating. I think he got engaged. I know he was in a deep relationship with the girl, a lady. She was about 26 when he was at 18, a freshman at Kentucky. She was prowling on him and whatnot. They ended up getting married. He got in the league, got drafted first round. Just recent.
Yeah.
Had a child. 2 weeks after having his little boy, she divorced him, got him out his money. They ain't paying like $500,000 a month on child support. And the baby like 6 months old.
He got forever.
You see what I'm saying? And that's why situations like that. You know, I don't know his situation personally, but I feel like you can't get caught up in your current feeling of what you seeing or how your emotions is. You gotta really.
You gotta know somebody. It takes time. It takes time to know people. Yeah. You feel me? My personal experience with relationships is, you know, take time, man, because time is important. Because you can like, whether it's long distance, you know, if y'all seen each other every day, take time, because man, feelings can change rapidly. You know, one minute she can love you, next minute she hates your guts. You feel me? And then people don't understand that it's also other people in females' head and in guys' head. So also take your time with a relationship, because you don't want to just be giving your feelings and emotions out here to anybody and everybody, and now you feeling down because the person not treating you how you thought he was going to treat you. So it takes time to understand somebody. It takes time to actually know somebody. You got to know what they do when they mad. What's their coping mechanism? You got to know certain stuff, certain signs, and you have to pay attention to them signs as well. Because a lot of people, just because they like somebody, they won't pay attention to the sign of them really like, oh, I'm going to treat you bad in the long run.
Like I said, everything you said is true. And it all falls back to what I said on.
Exactly.
It takes time.
Takes time.
You know, you have to notice those things, you know. And you won't notice things unless you spend time with it. You know, that's just like football.
And experience.
You won't master a play. You won't master nothing unless you put time in it throughout the week, practicing it, repetition, you know, seeing it with different looks. You know, different defensive fronts, and seeing the girl in different seasons. You know, her when she might be on her period, her when she might be stressed out with work or school or stuff like that. You never know.
Now.
You know, and you know, I ain't even know relationship lover type dude, but some things, you know, I just understand it. Like that's why I can speak on it. Right. What's another thing we can talk about?
Well, we talk about the positive. We can get into the negatives.
So now we're gonna speak on, you know, some of the negative things. You know. And what you think we should start off with?
I would say the negative light of the mental health in relationships, I would say is very toxic. Like that's a new trending word that you know, toxic. You know, when you're not in the right state of mind, or when you loving on this girl because of her looks, when you loving on this guy because he buff, he work out, you know, and you only want the temporary things, you know. Those things only lead to bad, to disasters, you know, because first of all, y'all not mentally connected. You know, you probably got everything going on in your life, but you just trying to use him as a temporary fulfillment of the stuff that's going wrong in your life.
Correct.
Or same way as a guy, you know, and that could be misleading, and that's why you have a lot of females, even guys, get on child support, because it all goes back to misleading and not having the right state of mind when you first start talking to each other.
You're right. And you said, you know, that, and I feel like another thing that may be a little negative, you know, negative things that can impact your mental health in a relationship can be like, you know how sex in a relationship can affect mental health. I'm not saying like, okay, no sex, you depressed. Well, and some people maybe so, but what I'm saying is, from no sex can lead to maybe someone overthinking things. Now you mentally kind of distancing yourself from the person, you know, because things are not, you know, sex is it's a connection.
It very much so is.
It's an emotional, physical, psychological, mental, all that connection, you know, especially in a relationship, you know.
You know, I feel that you should have that connection anyway. Like if the woman going through something and she don't want to have sex, you know, you should be able to be there for her and be man enough to accept that.
How can sex affect your mental health?
It can be good and it can be very bad. I mean, if you having sex with somebody you've been together for a long time, hopefully married, you know, that is a pleasure that brings joy, because I know a lot of married women in my life, you know, they are comfortable enough to talk to me about their sex life because they are important figures in my life, and they tell me, like, when they having a bad day, sometimes they want to just go in there and boom boom with their husband, you know. Standpoint, like when I'm having a bad day, I may want to release some stress on my baby, you know. So I mean, it definitely can bring a positive light, and it also can be negative as well.
Sex can lead to negative mental health. I had to ask myself this question. Sex can lead to negative mental health by you not being interested in the person.
Exactly.
And you just want a sexual experience with the person, and from you just getting your sexual experience with the other person, they now are invested into you, and that ain't what you want. Now that person may lead you on to, you know, getting you out of character, stressing you out, got you overthinking, got you mad. You know, now you out of character. You're not functioning correctly how you want to. You're not breathing correctly. Everything.
They go back to communication, not seeing eye to eye. She want a relationship, and you maybe just, you feel me?
And you know what? I want to say this. I don't really know, but I feel like mental health may just be communication. Think about it. Mental health is communication.
It really is. When you sit back and think about it,
even
it
if
really
you're not talking to no one, if you're talking to yourself.
You still communicating with somebody.
Your upper power, whoever you may believe in. You know, it's a source of communication to clear your headspace and have an understanding of yourself and your well-being.
Come on now.
Hey, I really think I just solved it out. I feel like Stafford Anderson, believe that mental health is communication.
It is. Because it'll take a toll on...
What I'm saying is, not even in terms of the sexual, anything sexual. In mental health, just communication. Think about it. Me and you have a friendship. You know, outside of the headspace, me and you, we be locked in since way back. You know what I'm saying? We communicate with each other. Okay, when we're with each other, we communicate, we laugh and play. Now we're in a good mental health state.
Yeah, because we joking. Yeah.
Whenever we got our problems, okay, football problems, I tell you what's going on, you tell me what's going on. We're expressing our, you know, what's going on.
It's good to release it.
Understand, having someone with an open ear.
Yes.
You know, mental health, having great relationships with people around you, surrounded with you, that's a positive.
Positive. You have to put like-minded people around you so they can help you up when you down and you help them up when they down.
And and once you understand that, someone is there to help you up when you're down, and once you like really believe in that and understand that that's a part of you now, even when they're not around now, that positive presence is still within you.
Right, because you're like, man, let me call him or something.
Yeah, even if you don't answer,
right,
I communicate with myself at this point. And what will Tyler tell me right now? You know what you?
He'll joke. He'll tell me keep my head up or something.
Now I'm in the car driving. I'm laughing by myself.
Right. Because it's just communication. I think we unlocked some on this headspace.
I really think we did. I think we got some.
I think we got some. Yeah, we might need to put some copyright.
Put this on our platform.
Yeah. On something cool.
Yeah. So you know, in terms of relationships and everything, it all falls down
to communication.
And you know, let's be real. This episode of the Headspace is a rough freestyle. I didn't type nothing down. We didn't do anything like
straight off the dome
pre-planned. We just had a conversation, you know, and I feel like that's what we're gonna start doing from now on. Everything is just raw and unedited, and we're gonna go like that. And you know, and that's all we have for today, man. I just want to say, Tyler, thank you for coming by and stopping with us at the Headspace. I truly appreciate it for you coming by and sharing your information and all this, you know, great words of wisdom. It's a
blessing, man. It's a blessing to be on the show,
and,
man.
You know, you're more than welcome to come by anytime, you know.
Definitely got to come back, man. It's a great convo, man.
Yes, sir. And
just communicating and made my day better.
Right.
Yeah, being on the Headspace. Shout out to the Headspace, man.
And once again, I am Stafford Anderson.
And I'm Tyler McNabb.
And this is
The Headspace.